Hey everyone, I am coming to you on my phone today because I made a decision to upgrade my laptop right before doing this. So here we are. Today, what I want to talk to you about is your knowing and how it is your most valuable resource. Now, you may be wondering, what the heck are you talking about? Your knowing. Knowing meaning, ooh, I got some crazy hair day today. Knowing meaning that part of you that is deep down, that part of you that is eternally peaceful, that part of you that just knows what it knows, and part of that knowing is like really loving. It's this powerful light that I love Kyle Cease, who will say, well, I don't know if I love Kyle Cease, but I love how he says, we'll often say, oh, this is bad and this is bad. But, deep down, I know everything's going to be okay. Like deep down, I know that I'm good. Or deep down, I know what to do. Things like that. And his argument is, why do we only go to deep down on occasion? Like, what happens if we live in deep down? Why can't we just be in that deep down place? And I would argue that deep down place is where our true knowing is. It's where our true safety is. It is where our true voice is. It's where our true, integrity is. And oftentimes, we can't even access it. We don't even know it's there. Or we know it's there, but we have no idea how to get there. And that's often because it's buried underneath, beliefs. It's buried underneath self-judgment. It's buried underneath pain. It is buried underneath undealt with grief. It is buried underneath with unspoken anger. It is buried underneath with unmet needs. It is buried underneath all of this stuff. And we can get to our knowing through a lot of things, right? Like we can challenge ourselves, we can step outside our comfort zone, we can build more self-awareness through taking on new challenges, through travel, through therapy, through coaching, through religion. There's many ways that we can access that deep down place. But we have to be willing to do so. If we're not willing, if we're kind of like, ugh, that just seems like a lot of work, or ugh, I don't really know what that is. I don't think that's true for me, or ugh, I just don't want to. That seems, that just doesn't seem like me. Then that deep down place becomes vacant. And it becomes harder to, things in life become harder, in my opinion. When we can live from that deeper knowing, then life becomes easier. Sometimes people will say to me, they're like, oh, of course that happened to you. That doesn't happen to me. That happens to you. Or they'll say that about my husband too. They'll be like, well, yeah, it worked out because it's you. And part of that, I think, I don't consider that to be dumb luck or anything like that. Oftentimes that's because there's a knowing, there is something deep down that I have access to. And so things that seem impossible become very possible. Or things that seem crazy to other people, or like, I can't even believe that happened, it becomes just something that happens. And that doesn't mean life isn't hard. That doesn't mean we don't experience pain. That doesn't mean grief does not exist. It just means it's a whole different operating system. Here I am giving my computer, or I'm updating to Monterey, whatever that means. I'm updating the whole operating system, right, on my computer, which is taking a lot of time. And that can happen to ourselves. Sometimes we need to update our operating system. And that may mean going out, taking new risks. That may mean opening up and becoming more aware. That may mean getting connected. Even if you don't know how to get connected to that deeper place of knowing, the desire to get connected means a lot. And that is your most valuable resource, because no matter what life throws at you, No matter how hard, how shitty, how bizarre, how outrageous life gets, you are tapped into something that is deeper, something deeper down that's untouchable. And so, yes, it takes work. Yes, it can be like, especially in the beginning, like, oh my gosh, I remember feeling that, like, how aware do I have to be? This is painful. This is tedious. I don't like it. There's too much that I'm becoming aware of that I don't like. And yet, the gifts, the fruit of that labor come pretty quickly too. So I leave you with that. Get to know your knowing. It is the eternal, never-ending resourcefulness. Truly, no matter what life throws at you, you can still find this place of centeredness. I love this. One of my clients said, life is unsettling. There are lots of unsettling things happening around me, and yet I am not unsettled. I feel actually really calm and relaxed. And people around me are going, how are you so calm and relaxed? And they're like, yeah, I know. And that doesn't mean that they're not dealing with their stuff. They're taking action. They're doing all the things. Yes, it can be tiring. And yet there's this deeper place that doesn't get touched. So I share that with you in case, that is something that you want. And you may be wondering, is that even possible? I will tell you from my point of view, both as a human living this life, as well as a coach who witnesses this with my clients on a daily basis. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, it is possible. Absolutely, 100%. And some people will get there quicker. Other people will need to move some of those barricades out of the way to get to it. But that's why we need each other. That's why we need help. Whew, big stuff, and yet beautiful stuff. So I encourage you to get to know your knowing. And if you need support in that, you know where to find me. All right, take care. Bye.